My name's Gerald Knight. I'm with Knight Real Estate and Appraisal Company. And I've been here in Auburn for about 13 years, but I've been appraising all over the state of Alabama for about 23 years. I've also got a real estate broker's license. My main function with my company is appraising residential properties here in Auburn, Alabama.
Brandon Blaze here with Career Wise, and I'm here with
Gerald Knight.
And what do you do?
I'm a real estate broker and a real estate appraiser.
How long have you been doing that?
Well, I've been a broker for 30 years, and then I got into appraising about 23 years ago.
Do you enjoy it?
Oh, it's very, very challenging. Both markets, real estate and appraising, are a very vibrant market. There's always been something to do over the last 30 years, and I just enjoy analyzing real estate, so it's very enjoyable.
So you said you were a realtor and an appraiser. What is the difference between those two jobs?
Well, there's quite a bit of difference. In real estate, being a broker, you help other people buy and sell property. Where a real estate appraiser, you actually go and help them determine what the value of their house is. That's the basic difference.
So what education would you recommend for this job?
Well, to be a real estate broker, you really don't have to have a college degree, but to be an appraiser, they just changed the rules where you have to have a 4-year degree to become a certified appraiser.
Well, how would you describe the current job market?
In our area, we have a lot of people moving to the Auburn, Lee County area, so our job market is actually growing.
And how much would someone expect to make being an appraiser?
Well, it really depends on your skill level, how much work and time you want to put into your career. But some people can make somewhere around $40,000 a year, and if you're very skilled and dynamic, you can make over $75,000. And I would not hire an appraiser as a trainee unless, first of all, they have a 4-year college degree, and number two, they have to be very personable. They have to have very high ethical standards, and they have to be someone that can articulate and demonstrate that they can get along with other people. They have to be very personable people.
This is a Ryan Little production.
What is your first impression when you come up to a house like this?
Well, I look at this house and I think about what it would primarily take me to measure the house. I need to walk around the entire house to figure out how I'm actually going to draw and put it on paper. That's one of the first things that I want to determine.
Well, how much would you say this house is worth?
Well, basically, what I do, Brandon, I don't really try to determine what I think the house is worth when I first get there, but after I get my measurements, take all my pictures, examine the interior of the house, then I go back to my office and I look at other houses that are similar to this that have sold in the last year.
And what is the first step we should do to get started?
Well, let me show you this. We want to take the tape and measure the house first. We'll show you how we do that.
All right.
I typically start in the corner. When we come down, we measure this side here to where the steps are, and that is 26 feet. And then I start my drawing from there.
So you would just continue doing this around the house until you get the perimeter?
That's correct.
Do you take into account the height, or is that more of they just care about the perimeter?
The heated and cool square footage is what I try to calculate.
All right. Why are appraisals done? Like, what is the point?
There are several reasons why an appraisal is done. I'd say the number one reason is refinancing. Right now we get a lot of refinancing requests, and a bank will want to loan money on this house. So they need to know how much it would sell for on the open market. So they'll hire an appraiser to go in and determine how much the value of that house and how much it's worth. Another reason that people want to know what a house is worth, like if I was going to buy this house and I'm going to get a loan on it, I need to know what it's worth so that the bank will loan me the money to buy the house. That's another reason. Another reason, in estate sales, sometimes when there's a death in the family and they leave the house to several siblings, they'll want to know how much it's worth so that each sibling can know how much to market the house.
So in your 23 years of experience, do you know of any cases where maybe a certain case makes the house go down in value?
Yes, there's several things that can cause decrease in value. One could be that an apartment complex was built right next to your house. That could actually reduce the value of your house, depending on the situation. Another thing, I know of one time a house caught on fire, and they came in and rebuilt the whole house, but it created astigmatism because the house had been on fire before, and that just creates a loss in value in the market.
What about the good? Like, what could increase the value of a home?
Well, in our market here in Auburn, one of the main things that increases value on an older home is to go in and remodel the home, put in the new granite in the kitchens and in the bathrooms, and tile, new types, new forms of tile in the bathrooms, new fixtures, put in new high efficiency air conditioning, insulation, things of that nature will increase the value of your home.
This is Brandon Blaze with Career Wise, and stay wise.
Career Quest USA. We want to come to your place next so we can help young folks around the world become career wise. Until next time, CK USA, out of here.